Welcome back everyone, Triple M here, and today we're taking a look at the Lindo dual doorbell camera. Now this is a brand new design and I'm not sure a lot of people have seen a camera like this. Now, cool thing about this is that it does have two 2K cameras. It has human detection, package detection, also has two-way walkie-talkie, night vision, a lot of cool features built in. So today we're gonna do a quick unboxing, get into the application setup. Of course, we're gonna go through the main features and we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison with your Ring doorbell. Now, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's go. Alright, so before we jump into it, I want to give a big shout out to Lindo for sponsoring this video. All links and coupon codes will be in the description. Definitely check it out. And at the end of the video, if you still have questions, drop it in the comments section below. So some of the key features, the Lindo Dual Cam Video Doorbell offers two cameras. One is going to be pointing straight forward. This is for your human detection, or if you want to use it just as a surveillance camera for the front of your house, you can go ahead and do so. And it has a camera that's pointing down. This is going to be for package detections. Now with both of these, in addition to a built-in battery, this gives you efficiency, ease of use, competitive price, and it can essentially replace a couple devices in your house. Like I said, this was very interesting design, so definitely wanted to check it out. The dual camera is going to give you a wider field of view. It's going to give you more coverage essentially, and you also have some built-in features in the application that we're going to go over. Before we dig deep into the app, let's go ahead and get it out of the box. Alright, so here's the Lindo Dual Cam Video Doorbell. This is a 2K camera. You can see we have PIR radar sensor, human detection, package detection, two-way talk. It does have zone, so we'll play with that. Infrared night vision, and it is IP67 waterproof. All right, so we do have the manual. Love that everything's pretty much labeled. All right, look like this is the mountain. So if you wanted to mount this at a certain angle, you do have that option. So if you wanted to put it that way, you do have that option. I know for me, my door is in a corner, so it might be beneficial for me to put it at an angle. But of course, this is necessary since you have the flat part as well. We also have a template that way you can line up the holes. So step 3, this is going to have the anchor, is going to have the screws. We have some wiring that will connect it to the existing doorbell if you choose to wire it that way. Cool thing about this is that you have the doorbell, and yes, you can wire this into your existing doorbell, but that's if you have one to wire it into. However, if you don't, you have this guy right here. This plugs inside of your house, so maybe a central location. That way you can actually hear it when someone rings the bell. So pretty cool in my opinion. No batteries needed. This plugs directly into the wall, and I'll show you how to set that up once we get into the installation. Of course, what makes this unique is that you have a camera right here, you have the doorbell right here, and then you have another camera right here, and of course the bottom camera is meant to detect anything on the ground, packages, animals, whatever you have going on the floor in front of your house. That's why that camera is there. So I am going to install this side by side with my Ring Video Doorbell, and we'll kind of see which one produces better results. All right, so you can see you have the power button on the back. You do have the connections. Like I said, if you wanted to wire this into the existing doorbell, that option is there. All right, some of the specifications. So the input is going to be 8 to 24 volts. That's normally what your doorbell runs. So if you have existing wires, it goes to a transformer to your fuse box, and it steps it down to 12 volts. Also on the bottom, we do have a USB-C port. Remember that this is rechargeable. So if you don't have that option to power it, you can still use the battery, and you are going to get incredible battery life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull this off. All right, of course we have a microphone right here, another camera right here. You can see we have a speaker. Pretty excited to try this guy out. I'm also especially excited to kind of put this against the Ring Video Doorbell just to see what quality it produces, what the experience is, what the app looks like, and let me know if you think this could be a replacement for your Ring Video Doorbell. Let's go ahead and get it installed. So the application that we're going to download is called Lindo Life, and it can be found in your App Store, or if you're on an Android device, in your Google Play Store. Now you can either search for the application, or you can scan the QR code on the booklet and it should bring you to the correct download. Now once you download the application, you need to create an account, and once you sign up, it will also send you an email confirmation just to activate your account. From there, you do a brief setup. It asks you to add your doorbell, add your ringer, and it's also pretty cool because it gives you a quick tutorial on how far the devices can be from one another. So you're gonna have basically a triangle. So you have your doorbell, you have your ringer, and you have your router. So in my case, I have a ringer upstairs, I have the doorbell downstairs obviously, and didn't have any issues there. Now once both of those are added, you can connect to the doorbell via Bluetooth, then link it to your Wi-Fi connection. Once I linked it, I saw that it was firmware and I went ahead and updated, which took a couple minutes. Now there are two ways to mount this. Basically, remember, there is a built-in battery. It is a 5,000 milliamp, and depending on usage, it's going to give you a couple months of battery life. You can't just mount it as is. It gives you all the hardware, gives you the screws, the anchors, also gives you a template where you can know where the holes are drilled. It also has the flat surface that goes directly to the doorbell, and it has an angle adapter, which is optional. So if you have a door that's in a corner or you need to angle the doorbell to the left or right, you can use this angle. Now you can wire this to your existing doorbell. You can see they provide two wires. These will screw onto the back of the Lindo doorbell, and you just connect it to the existing doorbell. Now it doesn't matter which way, it is going to be a 12 volt, so there's a step down in your house already. All you have to do is connect this to the Lindo doorbell, connect it to the two wires, and that should provide power, and it should ring your existing ringer that you have in your house. So for my current setup, I'm just using the battery. I am going to use the angle adapter as well, and the ringer that was provided. Now in the top of the ringer, there is a key, and this is essentially to release the doorbell. So once the doorbell is clicked in, you can use this key to push up, and that will release the doorbell if you need to take it down to charge or if you need to move it around again. So I'll play with a couple setups. I have it next to the Ring doorbell, on top of the Ring doorbell, on the opposite side, because we're going to compare the two and see how they stack up against one another. Alright, so here's the Lindo application. So up top, you're going to have your system messages, so you can see I did an update. There's a 90-day free trial for security plan that is available, and I'll probably take advantage of that as well. Further down, you're going to have a main display. If you click on it, it's going to give you a live view of what's going on in your front door. We'll just give it a second for it to load. So you can see the time is 5:40. Sun's directly at us, and even with the sun right at the camera, you can see we have really good picture. So this is running off battery. So on the top left, you can see it's at 91%. I had it running for about 4 days now, so that's a good snapshot of how long your battery should last. In the main view, you can see you can zoom in on the main camera. You can also do so on the down-facing camera. So turn it to landscape. This is what it looks like. Back to portrait, you can see it straightens back out. Now below on the main screen, you have the option to take a picture. That's going to be saved to your phone. You can also record a video. The video recording will go directly to your phone as well. You have the microphone button, so this is what you're going to press when you want to talk. That relays that message to the front, and then whoever's on the other side can respond. Next to that, you have your automatic responses. So if you wanted to just say, please leave my house, please leave the package at the door, thank you. Sorry, can't answer the door right now. You can send one of those responses. Let's go ahead and we'll try the bottom one.
Please leave my house. Please leave the package at the door, thank you. Sorry, we can't answer the door right now.
Next, you have your sound, and that's the option to either mute or turn the sound on and off. Let's go into our settings up top. All right, so under your settings, you can rename the doorbell. You can turn off the doorbell if you want, and below that, you have your motion detection. So if you click on that, you have those settings. So you can select your detection type. So right now, it looks like only human detections will be triggered, or all events will be triggered by motion. You also have your sensitivity, which you can turn up and down, so you can adjust how far away you want it to actually detect that person. So I feel that mediums have been working fine for me. You also have your activity zone. With the activity zone, you can cover only the areas you want monitoring. You can reduce unnecessary motion. So shows a good example right here. If I want to just monitor my walkway, I can go ahead and do so. Let's go ahead and test it out. I would want everything in this area monitored, basically. I'll draw this all the way out here, and I'll pull this out. So basically anything at my front door in my yard area should be monitored. Go ahead and save that. So that will get rid of those unnecessary areas. Also, you can add additional monitoring zones. So if I wanted to add a second one, maybe overlap, or maybe I just want to do this area just in case Spider-Man comes in, I can put this up. We'll save that as well. And then you can go on, you can add more areas if you want. Let me just add a third one. And for this one, I'll just put it over here just to be fully protected. So that's an idea of how the zones will work. Like I said, this will give you the option to further fine tune what's being monitored. Package detection, you can turn that on and off, and I'll show you that in the notifications when we get there. All right, so auto response. So You can turn on auto response. Right now it's off, but if you turn it on, when someone passes the doorbell, it will play a voice. So it looks like one of those three, and you can set the different time, different dates. So pretty cool that those options are there. Wish there was an option to record my own message. Maybe that's something they can release in a future update. So power management, you can see I'm at 91%. The doorbell has 91% left. You can change the power option, so you can go to power saving mode. Right now I'm on default, but you can also set to security recording, which is going to give you the shortest battery life. So whatever option works best for you. And again, depends how you're using the actual doorbell. So further down, we have some options. We have the status LED, so we can turn that off. We have our video settings, so we have night vision that's set to auto. You can switch that on or off as well. You have your HDR you can turn on, as well as your logo watermark. Below that, you have your audio settings. Again, you're gonna have your recording, so enable audio recording. That's gonna be on for me. You have the doorbell voice volume, so that's the volume of the doorbell itself on the door. So you can change that as well. Right now, it's about 80%. Same thing for the doorbell ring volume, so you can turn that up as well. And keep in mind that that's for the actual doorbell, not the ringer. We'll get into that here in a little bit. You have your privacy zone, so if you wanted to block an area from being recorded, that's an option for you. So maybe you have a neighbor that always has their door open. You don't want to see what's inside. You don't want to get whatever is happening on recording. You can go ahead and block that out. Next, you have your notifications. So you have your ring notifications, your motion notification, live views turned on, as well as events recording. Pretty self-explanatory. You have your ring chime. Now this is for the actual doorbell itself. So the LED's on, but we know that of course we do have the option on the application to turn that off. And you can see how instantly that turns off. Turn it back on. All right, we can turn off the alert as well, as we discussed. But also you have the ringer volume, which we'll cover here. So right now it is about 75%. So the first one is just a normal ding dong. So that's what you hear when someone rings. Circle. Bounce. Happy. Twinkle. Crystal. Cartoon. Alright, so out of those, my favorite is the ding dong, which is what I leave. So that's at the 75. Let's max it out. And you can see there is a noticeable difference. They do have an installation guide in there, which I think is pretty cool that that's actually built in. You also have the option to share video, so you can invite another email address. And the cool thing about this is that when you do that, this person will have their own account essentially. So they'll have their own password and they'll be able to sign in with their own email. So you do have permissions where you can set them as an admin. So maybe your spouse, you can set them as an admin. You also have the option to set a guest account. So just difference in permissions there. So if you look to the bottom, we do have our events. As you can see, we have the dates there. We have the notification for each. And you also have different areas that you can sort it. So if you hit this guy right here, you can pick which event you want to see. You have the human detection, you have motion detection, you have a ringer, someone actually presses the bell, and you also have your package detection. So you can either filter one out, filter all of them out just to see. So you can see this one right here. This one is a human detection. So if I click on it, this one is a package, and it looks like it's a human detection as well. All right, so it looked like we had some food delivered. Put it at the door, it fell over. Does a pretty good job with the night vision. There is a light LED on here that actually turns on when it's in night mode. All right, so this is a doorbell. All right. You can see a couple doorbells there, so they're trying to figure out which one they want to ring, and they end up ringing all of them. And let's go back to today. So here is today again, human detection and the package detection. All right, so package at the door, took a picture, and took off basically. So from here you can see you can download, you can share, you can delete, you can adjust the volume. So you do have some options here. So if I wanted to delete this one, all I have to do is press delete. and you can see it's now gone. Like I said, pretty good layout. I love the fact that I can go by the different dates. I can choose which type I want to take a look at. I can also select multiple if I wanted to delete. And last, we have our user icon at the bottom. So you can see they have an upgraded plans. Upgrade the length of recording. You can see you get 30 days up to 2K recording length, 60 seconds video, so you can capture full story. So instead of the clip that we were getting, we'll get a full 60 seconds. The power storage, you can see video recording storage after failure. And last but not least, we have more zone. You can set up multiple zones in private areas. All right, so it looks like it's $2.99 a month or 12 month for $29.99. So video quality on this is really good, and I think even just copying it, saving to my device and showing you what I'm showing here, I think the downloaded video is a little bit degraded, but you can see in the daytime both cameras are showing. Nighttime looks really good. You can see the lights come on to kind of illuminate your subject. Overall, I am happy with the performance of the cameras as far as human detection, package detection, as well as the daytime and nighttime footage. Now here's a quick comparison between the Lindo camera and the video doorbell from Ring. So you can see that Ring gives you an oval shape while the Lindo gives you the dual cameras. I do think the Ring image looks a little bit better, and again, even the night vision, I do feel like Ring does a better job of handling the footage, but this is where you're gonna have to make a choice. What we're looking for as far as the price is, the Lindo doorbell camera is only $149.99, while the Ring camera, which I'm using in this video, it's $249. Now, in addition to the $249, Ring does come with more fees. So for Ring, if you wanted video history, that's going to cost money. If you needed human detection, package detection, as well as video recording, all of those cost a subscription. Usually it's annually, but that's something else you're going to have to pay for. And on the other hand, all those are included with the Lindo video doorbell camera. So again, big shout out to Lindo for sponsoring this video. I'll drop a link in the description where you can pick it up, along with any coupon codes that's available. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.